This drawer don't close. Perk ski. Trailer, scammer. Imagine scamming your viewers. Oh my god. Okay, well, yeah, okay, yeah, it works. It works. Okay. Wait, so does it work? Oh my god. Okay, well, yeah, okay. Alright, yeah, it works. Okay, cool. Okay. Hey guys, welcome to the stream here. Sorry for that. I just want to make sure that my voice was coming through. But yes, sir. Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Satoru Kakarot. I don't know why I said that. Live stream again. Yeah, I've gotten mentally retarded over the years, so don't mind me, guys. But welcome back to the stream. So why are we doing the stream? Well, unless you've been living under a rock, I'm pretty sure y'all know what's been going on since 2023 to this year. This year has been starting off with a banger, cooking up heavy stuff. This is it's been cooking heavily on blood, and I mean heavily, yay haul. Like, bruv, I don't know if y'all been living on a rock or not, sucker, but like, so good. But like, Dragon Ball's been hooking it up recently, y'all. Like, I don't know, I can't stress enough, sucker. Like, it's been hooking it up. Like, yo, like low key, just hooking it up, sucker. And
might cause some trouble later. Best to deal with this now.
Honestly, I don't even know what I can even start this live stream with because I just kind of like unprecedented myself. So, but yeah,
best to deal with this now.
I'm gonna just start with I'm gonna just start with like the elephant in the room, Sparking Zero. That game is gonna be fire. Okay, it's been getting a lot of retraction, a lot of like conversations about like stuff like its release day, local multiplayer being in the game, etc., etc. So there's a little like events going on within the development in the game, but overall the game is being really hyped up. It's gonna be one of the best Dragon Ball games, especially 3D Arena Fighter type games, and that's like definitely one of those S games. And everybody's excited. I'm definitely excited. I cannot wait to get the game when it comes out. A lot of new players are gonna be able to, relive or taste the feeling what it felt like to be in the Budokai Tenkaichi series back in the day, or what it was known originally Sparking series back in the day, in a more new reinvented way. The new manga panel just came out, and we see Beast Gohan versus MUI Goku. That's looking fire. Don't mind the crying in the background. Yeah, bro. Basically, 2024 is popping off, especially for Dragon Ball content. Like, we're getting so much stuff. I will probably talk about stuff outside tracking off of Dragon Ball related stuff entirely. Dragon Ball, I mean, come on now, but yeah. So why am I specifically doing live stream in Dragon Ball Z? Kakarot, as my friend just texted me to get my behind in the porte. So give me 1 millimeter of seconds in a 55 minute. So I did not actually join him because I had to do something, but if we're gonna join him, guys, you're gonna hear Ghost's loud mouth.
Yo, what's good, my boy? How's the stream going?
I didn't even do anything, to be honest. I was just talking mostly.
Over?
No, not at all. It's still going. I was just talking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. But anyways.
What did I?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But hey, guys. So we got Ghost in here on the stream.
Yo, what up?
Yeah, there's his loud mouth. Ghost and head at. Anyways.
I have nothing to sell. Hold on, let me sell that.
So yeah, as he talks about side stuff, I'm gonna try my best to keep consistent on the Dragon Ball topic. So what was I saying? Right, yeah, a lot of new stuff has been happening, and yeah. So anyways, as I was saying, so why am I specifically picking Dragon Ball Z Kakarot to live stream? Well, if you had not read by the title, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot DLC 6 has been revealed, and they just released new trailers and new footage of gameplay. And not only that, but they released the release date for the game, and it's officially coming out on February 21st this year, which is on a Wednesday next week. How cool is that, guys? So, personally, to me, I am actually stoked for this game, for this DLC. I'm actually interested to see what they're gonna do with it. What?
No, I'm playing Persona 3 Reload, so I'm taking a sip of coffee to increase my charm. Because I need it for like a confidant rank that I'm working on.
I'm gonna get a golden thing. If this junkie don't get his behind off of me, I'm trying to. Oh. What the fuck?
I should prepare myself.
There we go.
But on the other hand, I need to study for midterms, so fuck the midterms, nigga. We studying. We studying up in this
midterms is crazy, person, sucker.
Bro, I'm in the second year in high school, bro. Of course I gotta study for midterms.
I mean, so did I, but.
Moon.
Mostly Kakarot to come out, guys. This is gonna be really stoked. Obviously, I'm gonna live stream it after school, brother. I got no school throughout this entire week. Well, weekend, but you know, actually week. Never mind.
We got a keeper.
You have to go back to school next week. L for you, bruv. I don't go back to school till the 26th. L bozo. Anyways.
We got a keeper.
So yeah, I figure it'll be a good time for me to live stream the game and just discuss DLC 6, our predictions, what to talk about, the game so far, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot so far, what we can expect for the future of this game, based off what the DLC is and what the DLC offers to the game, and especially some off-topic conversations that may not even be Dragon Ball related, just because we can talk about it because it's my channel. Who the frick cares? But yeah, so well, where do I begin? That's a good question. I guess we could just talk about Dragon Ball Z Kakarot as a whole. The last time we even talked, I didn't even talk about Kakarot thing related when I did those like. Again, don't mind Goten. The last time we ever did any, talk about Dragon Ball Z Kakarot was when I was talking with my boy Yuka, also known as James. If y'all know him. He's been on the channel a few times. We were talking about Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, primarily DLC 5, and I did have 2 other parts, recorded and edited, but so I'm having my Share Factory, and it's all gone. The data's all gone. Everything I worked on is all gone, and a lot of you, especially, waiting to upload, are all gone too. So yeah, being YouTuber is hard, but we get through it. So. What can I say? Anyways, I'm talking about that. Like, that's the last time we've ever I ever really talked about anything Kakarot related. And we had some good, bad, and ugly things to say about Kakarot as a whole, especially DLC 5. DLC 5 was a good DLC on its own. Like, the story was pretty well done and well recreated. The gameplay was pretty nice. Just expanded on emphasis on the theme of the game, which is being ground combat.
Wait, shush. No, you
What do
can
you
talk
mean?
into shadow.
What do you mean,
Well, you
shush?
actually found. No, you can talk, bro. You can talk. I'm just trying to focus. Hold on.
Oh. Well, you see, this is what happens when you invite someone to a party in the middle of the live stream, Milton.
Sorry, bro. You can leave if you want to focus on the live stream. I didn't mean to bother you.
I mean, I'm not bothered. I'm just saying, like, if you're bothered, then, like, you know.
We're here. The squad has pulled up. Where is it? I'll rip it a new one. Junpei, shut up. You're not gonna do shit.
If anything, we also got, like, I mean, if you got, like, if you want something to say as well, like, on the live stream, especially Kakarot related, then, you know, I would not mind at all.
Might cause some trouble later. Best to deal with this now.
Goten.
Akihiko! Come
Goten.
on! Lock in, bro! Lock
Goten.
in!
Might cause some trouble later.
Yes?
Goten. Oh, okay.
Yes.
You heard what I said, right?
Yeah, I heard what you said.
Okay. Okay. Anyways, what was I saying?
Yes, I'm in charge.
Keep forgetting.
I'll do my best. They're counting on me. They're counting on me. They're counting on me. They're counting on me. The protagonist.
Hold on, give me a sec, guys.
Best to deal with this now. Might cause some trouble later. Best to deal with this now.
And I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. I had to leave, but anyways. So yeah. Actually, let's do some battles, cause why not? But yeah, so we had to say good things, bad things, and the ugly things about the game, especially on, you know, the gameplay, and, you know, without the game, the DLC 5 on its own was pretty good DLC with the recreation of the story, the gameplay, with it just having an emphasis on the theme of ground combat and stuff like that, with everything being more primarily on the ground than in the air. Ground combat was done really well, to be honest with you. Like, sure, they could add a little things here and there, some updates, and obviously we all really wanted the ground combat to be integrated into the main game, but obviously that never came. Which is with, you know, reasonable reasons. I mean, you know, considering the circumstances of how the game was developed and all that junk, you know, they were creating, like, literally a new system within a system that was already pre-built for something else that is entirely different. So that is going to take a lot of time, and I don't think they really had time to integrate ground combat into the main game, especially throughout the entirety of the main game, from like the beginning of from the beginning of the game to the end of the game, especially with the deadline they had. So that's realistic. Hopefully they do touch upon that and even fix that, and who knows, maybe from this DLC they actually managed to integrate, you know, some sort of like they actually managed to integrate, you know, ground combat into the main game. Hopefully DLC 6 becomes some form, some way part of the main game. That will be cool. But yeah, you know, that's all overall. You know, we thought the DLC 5 was, you know, was pretty good. You know, yeah, we had some uglies and bad to say, such as, you know, the content wise in general speaking. Even though, like, it has some pretty decent content wise, especially if you like grind the hell out of this game. Like, you definitely grind a lot in DLC 5 for Kakarot. You know, there were still like pretty hefty things and stuff like that, but, you know, overall the DLC was really good. Like, I say it was pretty good. The DLC, is it on par with the DLC 3? No, DLC 3 will always be top one, bro. I'm sorry, bro. That DLC was just the best, man. Like, it was like a freaky must play DLC, bro. Like, if y'all have not played DLC 3 yet, what the frick are you waiting for? Play the damn game, bro. It's good. It's that good. So I had to drink some ginger ale. Excuse me. But anyways, so DLC 6. What can I say about this DLC? Like I said, it's coming out Wednesday. Definitely going to live stream it. I'm excited. I'm interested what they are to do. Obviously, we know that they're going to add much more content, especially since DB's hype came out a while back, that they're going to add much more to the DLC since it was a short story on its own. I feel like that is going to follow a similar premise, sort of say, with the DLC 3. how DLC 3, the main story focal point, you know, the highlight of the DLC was, you know, the history of Trunks. Like, basically, TV special was, it was like, you know, everyone dies, and then Gohan, future Gohan, and then future Trunks, you know, future Gohan trains Trunks, and then blah blah yada yada yada, answer to tag yada yada yada. Gohan unfortunately dies. Trunks goes Super Saiyan, and the anime adaptation that is, and you know, blah blah yada 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 yada, stuff. Yeah, like this kind of stuff. That was the highlight of it. And obviously, Trunks comes back, kills the androids. That was the highlight of the DLC. But we didn't really know what happened afterwards. We did get a sneak peek of what happened afterwards with in Dragon Ball Super, where, you know, not only did Trunks gain Super Saiyan 2, but also did kill Deborah and Babidi before they can revive Majin Buu. We didn't know about that, but it wasn't really fully explored until the manga came out, explaining more of it and going in depth. And then, because of that, the DLC was able to even expand upon, like, extend much more longer into that, like, Buu Saga side of the Future Trunks DLC. So, and plus, considering the timeline it came, and we're going to take in perspective the retrospective activity and you know, the canonical way of how the DLC was presented, how like the anime / manga presented the Buu Saga for Future Trunks, obviously came before Dragon Ball Super, so clearly that gave them the gateway to, you know, open the door for that and do the now that scenario in DLC 3, which, in my opinion, was probably one of the greatest things they could do and one of the best things they can, you know, ever pull and end off the DLC in that certain way, because that was actually pretty fire. But yeah, so honestly, low key, dog, like DLC 3 is a really great DLC, but you know, but anyways, yeah, like that kind of premise where it was like, you know, the TV special with all that stuff that I just said, plus, and then like, you know, the extra stuff that extended the DLC even longer and fit within the DLC was the Buu Saga version of Future Trunks. I feel like a similar premise will happen with this DLC. We'll have to highlight the focal point, you know, the main meat of like the story, main story, quote unquote, of the DLC will be like, you know, what we saw in the end of the Z episode, you know, where I was like, they all like, you know, training, blah blah yada yada, getting ready for the tournament, and then, you know, Goku fights Oob, blah blah blah, and then he runs off, he flies off of Oob, etc. It's gonna be something like that, yes. However, it won't be exactly mundoli like that. What I mean by that is with DLC 3, like they had something to go off of when they had to extend the time of the DLC / content-wise of the DLC and the story of the DLC. Like they are like there was always like an established like premise like what happened after the Trunks special in Dragon Ball Super that was, you know, obviously that Trunks obviously explained. And then obviously the manga came out, which gave Bandai CC2, you know, some reference point per se that they can go off of to integrate or adapt that into the story, or yeah, into the DLC. And it was also, like I said, premeditated, pre-built. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot DLC 6, however, whatever happens after Goku and Oof flies off is all like speculations, interest, like it was all just like we didn't really know what really happened. And yes, GT came out and did show Goku and Oob training with the plan that they did train, which obviously they did, but like we don't know exactly what kind of training they went through, what enemies did they face, who were there, who were not there, etc, etc, etc. So this could have been like, this could be like, excuse me, got all the Dragon Balls. This could be like a really interesting way how they could integrate their own idea and vision of how the DLC would have, like how the story of what happened after Goku and Oof flew off would have played. Especially like new cutscenes and images. Like we just saw, like I remember there's like a cutscene. I don't want to spoil anything, but we did. All I will say is that there is a tease in one of like the cutscenes of the Kakarot DLC 6 where they had Goku and Vegeta. That's something that's gonna happen. That's something that's gonna happen. And it was an interesting way with how they were clothed and where they were and stuff like that, etc. Like it was an intriguing way how they, you know, average it, like displayed it. But you know, I won't spoil anything. I will wait until the game comes out, and obviously I cannot wait till it comes out. I'm excited, and yeah, I'm just excited for whenever it comes out. But like I said back on the topic though, like, you know, I am definitely curious to see like what they do with this DLC because there's so much doors and opportunities they can take with this DLC, and it's actually rather like intriguing, and I'm actually interested to see what they do, what they pull off, because we know they're gonna have to add more stuff, obviously. Not just within the actual main story, quote unquote, but like within like what happens after the side con, everything. Like they're gonna need to do more stuff. And the question, and then, you know, the main question revolves is, will this be part of the main game? Will what happens in the DLC be integrated over to the main game? Will the DLC be technically a tie-in with the main game? What will be carried over? What will this even open the doors to customizable costumes in the main game? You know what I mean? Like, will we see Super Saiyan? Will Goku still have the God transformations? Will Vegeta still have the God transformations? Because remember, Dragon Z takes place 10 years after the Buu defeat, and we already had 2 DLCs that had Goku and Vegeta unlock the God form. Beerus and Whis are still in this game. They exist in the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot universe and are in this game still as DLCs, but still in the game. What was I was checking. What was I thinking of? Sure, I was thinking of something. Yeah, right. Golden Frieza happened. That's just in the game. You know, he's still in the game, right? He's actually revived in the game. Actually, you could walk out to him and talk to him and freaking fight him, bro. Like he's like Golden Frieza. Like, Frieza's still alive in this game, like in this universe. So there's that, and then obviously, there's a lot of tanks and whatever the heck. So it was whatever it was can be, but despite all that, like, yeah, like we have those factors to contribute and take it to account when we go into this DLC. So revolving on like the gameplay mechanics, what the narrative part of the mechanics and what the game offers and stuff like that, like what will be in and what will be out? Like, will anything change from the form of how these DLCs have been portrayed? Because every time there is a new DLC within this season pass, at least, they hadn't really done anything that sufficed the main game. Unlike the previous DLCs, where DLC 1, you had the new transformations, new combo skill set, skill set, and stuff like that, and an increase in level. Well, never mind. You just had like a way to like increase your level faster. My fault. For the sake of waters, that was carried over to the main game. And then you had, that was one thing that actually, sufficed the main game, right? That's an example. Another example, like I said, DLC 2. DLC 2 brought in, again, new transformations, new skill sets this time, and a raised level cap. It also brought in a new mode, Hordes Battle Mode, which is like a wave of enemies. So that was a pretty cool, neat thing. And obviously, you can fight Golden Frieza. The first DLC, you can fight Beerus and Whis, and Beerus in the second DLC. So yeah, there's that cool feature. And then DLC 3 brought in new stuff for Trunks. They brought in the main game, Trunks was able to go Super Saiyan 2 now. He was upgraded to be much more better than how he was before DLC 3 came out. And he has the same skill, like the new skill sets, same skill sets he had in the original game. I mean, no, in the DLC, those also carried over to this DLC. I mean, in the main game, by fault. So with this season pass, nothing really was like contributed or like, was sufficing or was carried over that, support or suffice the main game. Like DLC 4 came out, which was about Bardock and what happened before Goku was born. And while, justifiably speaking, I can understand why nothing was really carried over, because that took place way before, Dragon Ball Z actually took place in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Still, though, they could have been creative and done something that would have survived the main game, especially since like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is in its own universe while adapting from the story of Z and all the other like franchise parts. Like it's in its own adapted universe / story. So they could have done many things with it. They could have even done the what if Goku met Bardock, right? What if Bardock was a playable character in the main game? Like, how cool would that have been? And they actually had like an interesting, scenario with that. Would he be like, a focal point? Would he be like really that important? Probably not, but he would still be a cool, neat thing to add into the main game. or better yet, for even maybe not even for the game, but for the DLC itself, like the free content itself. Like we could have gotten Super Saiyan Bardock. They could have expanded they could have expanded the story much more with Prince Vegeta because it was such a short story. They could have expanded it much more. There could have been a lot more content within the game itself. Like DLC 4 in terms of content wise and actually what you do, like it wasn't like it was a very underwhelming and lackluster compared to the story bits, which was unfortunate because they could have done a lot with the gameplay and the content. DLC 5 was definitely better than DLC 4 in terms of like content wise, but it still followed that like same that same problem that DLC 4 had, which was nothing was carried over. Like nothing survived or supported the game, and while like I said, it did better in terms of content wise and story wise, it was a great adaptation of like, the original 23rd Budokai Tenkaichi, tournament arc or the final saga for Dragon Ball. Like sorry about that. In terms of like content, like, it was just like it was better. Like it was very better. You had a lot of stuff to do, and there was even like some high side hustle stories. Like I like that, but even still, like it followed that like same problem, and the map was heavy limited. Now, some maps I can understand, right? Like, I mean, like some maps I can understand, like this map right here, or even like, one thing, let me think. These maps over here definitely. I can understand that, but I feel like maps like these, I will already stop in the original Dragon Ball. These maps should have been existing. Hell, even these maps should have been existing. To be honest with you, all this should have like still somehow existed. Even these, to be honest with you, like I don't mind these being existing. These bad boys should have been existed. Like there is a lot more limitations to where you could go on within the DLC 5 map than there are here, obviously. Of course, all 4 planets, that doesn't come to Z, obviously, so those are soft limits. But like, there should have been much more places to go than what you were given in Dragon Ball and in DLC 5, because you could only go to Capsule Corp, West City, which was very limited, mind you. Like West City was like very limited. Capsule Corp, you could even go to Orange City. Like, you could even go to Orange City. Like, that was surprising. You could even go to Orange City. You can go to Yamcha's hideout. Obviously, go to Goku's house. You could go to these bad boys. But I don't think you could even go to Kame's house. Like, that's what's crazy. You could even go to Kame's house. Like, what? And you could even go even here. Like, again, like, I understand, like, narrative-wise and, the time, place it takes. But, like, gameplay-wise, like, come on, sucker. Like, these should have been, like I said, like, some of these like maps, like these bad boys and obviously these top ones, obviously that makes sense because they don't you don't lock up to the main game / when Z happens. But I mean, even still, like, come on, sucker. Like, it's whatever though. It is what it is. But yeah, like, anyways, but like I was saying though, on topic, like what I just said, like, that was like, those are like one of like the main issues, like, they have with DLC with the latest DLCs. Now, give me a second. Excuse me. Whew. But anyways, as I'm saying, as I go into DLC 5, it's really 5. Yeah, so like there's like this like the season pass here, like I like the direction they're going with, and I like what they bring, but like in terms of like overall content wise and what they survive from the main game, it's been underwhelming and lackluster. So I'm really hoping that when this DLC comes out, like it fixes upon that, or at least does it better, or it does something that makes it stand out, like a standout. Because like I really need this. Like, there's low key no reason for all that to just like there's low key no reason for all that to be like how it is. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Anyways,
someone's there.
Let's see here.
Welcome.
Give me some food, of course. Of course. Of course. You're a disappointment. You know that, woman? You are a disappointment. Oh, I'm so sorry if you guys hear that. I apologize. Excuse me. Okay. But I mean, until I figure out what else I can say about DLC 6, like, you know, I hope like they do a lot more and, you know, it becomes better. But like I said, though, I am really excited for the DLC. Like, it looks very promising. Cannot wait for what they have in store. And there's a lot of new stuff that's happening with the DLC. So I'm really excited to see what they do with this DLC. So yeah, cannot wait. I should have turned on the music. What am I doing? Hold on, sucker. Whoa! Hey, it's me Goku! It's me Goku! Hey, it's me Goku! Me Goku! Me Goku! You know, it's the fact that like, oh no, I can't really cook actually. Hold on. Run from battle is crazy. Excuse me. Whoa, you thought, broski. Yup. Take the shockwave. Oh, what's wrong with me? Okay, let me turn on the music here because my dumbass forgot to turn on. Why is the difficulty easy? Put that shit on hard. I'll put that shit on everything. Okay, there we go. Music. So, yeah, like I said, this was more than just like, you know, prep, DLC 6 prep and preparation, you know, discussion. Like, this is also a chill live stream, so there will be a lot of times where I'll just stay quiet or like we're just gonna chill out because it's also a chill stream. You know, I don't want it to always be talk. Even though that's what most live streams are about, just talking. But you know, you want me like talk all day, like down frick man, just do podcasts and that's it, dog. Like that's all we're freaking do. We're finna just do podcasts and that's it.
Ooh, someone's there.
In the meantime, we can even do like stuff that's not related to Kakarot or like just not related to Dragon Ball in general. Like I feel like there is a game I will actually want to touch upon right now. Look, you know what? I might as well talk about this. It's been kind of getting heat. So while 2024 has been cooking it off, there has been a few things that has, you know, not been so really great. And but we gotta talk about the elephant room, okay? So I don't know if y'all know, but Rock City, yes, I know y'all know where this is going. So Rock City has released this new game called Suicide Squad, called the Justice League. And you know what? Despite people wanting a Justice League game and all that junk, you know, because there's so much that the Rocksteady can do within the Arkhamverse. You know what? When I first saw it, I was like, whatever. I mean, low-key, it might be like a good narrative-driven story with great gameplay. So hopefully, you know, it doesn't drop the ball or some junk, right? Because it looked like that. It was built up to that. And it was advertised like such. So people thought, you know, oh, it was gonna be great. And you know what? I was like, well, hey, if it's good, then it's good. I mean, I'm not always personally interested in the game because I don't feel like playing as a Suicide Squad, killing the Justice League. Like, that's not me. And, I don't want to be doing that, but, whatever. Right? And so that was the game even existed. And then when I saw the game release, oh boy, was it not pretty. A lot of people were calling this game bad. And a lot of it is for good reason. Others is like take it a little too far. Now, I'm just addressing in the room. I have not played the game, obviously, and I'm only gonna speak this from the outside perspective and give this do this as fair as I can because I've not played the game myself. The gameplay looks fun. Okay, a lot of people saying that at least the gameplay is fun and that's cool. Like that's the main meat of the game. Like as long as the gameplay is fun and it's entertaining, then that's okay. I mean, yes, sure, the gameplay can be repetitive in like a watered down version, like shoot 'em ups kind of games or like shooter type of games, and it does look like such. If I have fun playing Marvel's Avengers a lot, despite how repetitive and like how really like boring on the surface the gameplay could be, and I have fun playing it, then I'll probably have fun playing Suicide Squad. Like I'm just keeping it a buck. Like I'm keeping it a freaking buck. Like I would just have fun playing Suicide Squad if I had fun playing Marvel's Avengers, right? The main problem comes within the narrative and how is portrayed and how it affects the game as an entire whole. What? As in a whole. Now again, the gameplay is like from what I can see, the gameplay doesn't look bad, despite it being a repetitive, bunch. It looks fun as hell. And you know what? From what from outside perspective, it looks fun as heck. And I cannot, if I ever do decide to get the game or actually somehow play this game or someone persuades me to play the game, then I will probably enjoy the gameplay. Definitely, no doubt. But the main problem comes within the narrative, the writing, the story of the game, and how it affects the gameplay. Now, of course, should the story really affect the gameplay like that? Possibly not. But even still, though, like if you're gonna especially if you're gonna adapt like a series or like a franchise or like a universe from a different media into video games, obviously one of the best things, if not like one of the things to just hone it, put it all together, is have a great story within said adaptation / universe. And when people thought that Rockstar was going to successful, there was going to be banger, or they're going to give it a promising, they're going to, thought it was promising, and they're going to give it a promising rating and stuff like that, etc. Right? Well, boy, were they all wrong. Because, and it's sad too, because apparently, from what I heard, the game was even marketed as being like such a narrative, like, be on the same level as the Arkhamverse storytelling, like with great writing, great character development, stuff like that, etc., etc., etc. And people were really hooked on it. They legit thought that it was actually going to be one of the greatest. And boy, were they all disappointed at how excuse my language, my huge profanity language. It was ass doodle booty. It was booty cheeks, literal doodle water. In terms of story and writing, like I said, like from an outside perspective, I haven't played the game, and like I said, the gameplay looks fun to me. Now, if I do get bored of the gameplay, which I know will happen, then and if I play Marvel's Avengers much more than Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League's gameplay style, then there's something that is definitely wrong with the game. Just saying, for me personally, but that's besides the point. But yeah, like people legit thought that like Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League was gonna be it, and it wasn't it. And like I said, it was mostly due to the story. Now, why am I saying the story? Like why is the story like the reason why it's getting this much hate? Well, because it's actually bad. Like it's one of the most dumbest stories I've ever seen in my entire life. Okay, and before I even get to that, let me just explain the story. So apparently, the Justice League have teamed up. This is like a newfound Justice League. Okay, Batman, Arkham. This is taking place in the Arkham universe, by the way. This is the Arkhamverse. The Suicide Squad Kill Justice League takes place in the same Arkham universe. So, the Justice League, right? They've been around for a bit. They're not as long as like other adaptations of Justice League, but they've been around for a bit. And Batman's the newest member to the Justice League. Right now, the Justice League members consist of Superman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Green Lantern, and Batman. Now, here's where the problem comes in, okay?
Someone's there.
There's a lot of dumbass plot armor within the game that was actually freaking abysmal, for one. Number two, the way how most of the Justice League get captured is actually horrendous, okay?
Tasty.
Literally, Batman was the one who was saying that Brainiac trying to like negotiate and make peace with us, with the humans and, you know, the Earth was actually a trap. And Superman was talking about, we must go in good faith. Like, what? Superman, you sound retarded. Like, what do you mean we must go in good faith, bruv? And then how Superman gets brainwashed is the most. It's so dumb. He gets brainwashed. Spoiler alert, guys. I forgot to mention this, but this is all spoiler alert, okay? So mute your mic, something, I don't know, but if you don't want to get spoiled, obviously, then like, you know, just like, you know, I forgot to warn you about this earlier, but spoiler alert. I'm gonna spoil a lot of the story beats. Superman gets brainwashed. He gets brainwashed by shaking Brainiac's hand while the Justice League is on his ship.
Maybe I'll take a walk.
And not only that, but he somehow managed to brainwash Green Lantern and Batman too. How? You're telling me? Let's even forget all of it, because we don't even know too much about even the Rocksteady / Arkhamverse of the Justice League, or like, you know, the Flash, Batman. We know about Batman a lot. I'm talking about, you know, like the Flash, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern. Like we don't know a lot about that, right? But you're telling me, let's just take them out the picture. You're telling me that Arkham Batman, the guy that survived Scarecrow Toxin and Night, the dude that survived literally almost dying to Joker's venom and shit, sucker survived a freaking apocalypse. This dude survived. You even freaking beat up Bane like Joker. This sucker survived so many jump with limited equipment up until Night / City. And you're telling me, and this dude even beat up 8 assassins in his first year of being Batman. And you're telling me that Arkham Batman gets brainwashed by Brainiac? Like, they didn't even justify how he even got brainwashed to make it seem at least reasonable. Like, it's just like, how? Like, oh my god. The only people that had that made it out was Flash and Wonder Woman, and Flash gets brainwashed later for some, I don't know, either some good or some dumb shit. Like, I don't know. Even so, he gets brainwashed later. So like, and it's really dumb because that's a Batman, Flash and Wonder Woman for the past 2-3 weeks that the invasion and the brainwash, since the brainwash took place, since Brainiac brainwashed, you know, Superman, Batman, and Green Lantern, they've been invading Metropolis for over 2 to 3 weeks, and during that time span, Wonder Woman and Flash has done literally nothing but, like, I don't know, something. How do we know this? Because clearly, you know, it's all implied throughout some of the monologue memos and, like, you know, even some of the dialogues. And hell, when you look at, especially in that one scene, where Green Lantern has all the Suicide Squad captured, and he's not even killing them, he's just like having his longest monologue, then taking them some other place for some random reason. And then the Flash pops up. Like, they don't even look like, you know, they even like had fought or like interacted outside of like the few weeks or the 2-3 weeks prior to like brainwash them, because they stop, walk around, have some mini dialogue that sounds like people, you know, like friends, you know, interacting for like the first time in their life, trying to get their friend out of brainwash, and then they fight. Like, that's what it comes off of. Meaning that they had never interacted outside of that, especially since I believe Green Lantern even said like one line where it's like, oh, we've been looking for you or whatever the heck, like something around the line where like you know, like we've been waiting for you, we've been looking for you and stuff like that, like somewhere along those lines, meaning that throughout the entire 2 to 3 weeks of Wonder Woman and Flash, you know, not being brainwashed and could have done something, they did nothing to stop or help their friends at all, and it was all in vain either way, because like Flash got brainwashed too and Wonder Woman died. Like, Bruv, what? And it's just like, I don't know a lot about the story, to be honest, but I know enough to like, this is just the most ass story ever. It's way more bad. It's even worse than Marvel's Avengers story, and like, I mean, I won't even say Spider-Man 2, because at least Marvel Spider-Man 2 was much more better than whatever the frick that
Someone's there.
Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League story had. And while I did not handle it the best way, the only thing that really like hindered the story from, the only thing that really hindered the story was like, plot beats and like time to adjust to the story. That was one of the only main reasons why like the story of Spider-Man 2 did so bad, or like wasn't like, as good as how we thought it was. But at least that game managed to somehow keep it like at least stable on its feet, especially Marvel's Avengers. Like, at least somehow know how to handle the story. It would become funny when it not become funny. This story of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is just a freaking good comedic laugh beaten freaking story plot. Like a lot of the stuff is taken as jokes, and the way how the Justice League dies is just so bad. Like, it's actually so bad. Like, they don't even get any climactic thing or any like cool cutscene, and they don't even go out respectfully. They just like go out and then like they just get disrespected on, bruv. Like, Flash gets pissed on. Somehow King Shark is able to use Green Lantern's ring by ripping his finger off. Like, what the hell? And then Superman, I don't know what the frick happened, but something happened. And then, we're gonna talk about Batman in a bit, because this is what solidified the downfall of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. At least Wonder Woman got out like relatively well, but she was the only one that got out relatively well. Why not Batman, Green Lantern, the Flash? You know what? Like, come on, man. And let's talk about the real main elephant in the room. The final scene in Justice League, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. Arkham Batman dies to a revolver, which has a shotgun shell somehow, to Harley Quinn. And the way how he goes out is so freaking dumb, bro. It's like, and Batman doesn't even say anything like, at least that will like, like, he doesn't even say anything like meaningful or cool or like anything that's like at least decent. He just says, "Are you done with your bad standard routine?" Like, that's such an average thing to say. And I feel like people are taking the this is a horrible way to treat Kevin Conroy's legacy and stuff like that a little too literally, especially since they're struggling with his loss. And obviously RIP to Kevin Conroy, because that was like one of the best, if not the best Batman voice actors to ever exist since 1992. Let's go, baby. But like, I feel they're taking it a little too far. What I mean, here's how I take it. Here's my take on it. When I mean that like they ruined the legacy of Kevin Conroy's Batman, how I mean by it is they de-utilized it. Okay? I'm not talking about in the sense of, because obviously nobody knew that he was gonna die, not even developers. Obviously, no one knew he was gonna die. He just died randomly. Like, nobody knew. What I mean by like they ruined it is, especially even if he was alive, let's say he even still was alive, that still would have like not only ruined his legacy, but as like him being Batman, but like put like a halt on it at most, or like at the very tippity top, or like put like at the very least it would have halted his legacy, and at most it would have ruined it. Even like, let's say he was alive till today, like today he was still alive. Because they gave him a take that wasn't even like monumental or wasn't even cool or anything. It was just something so average. Like, again, we know the game is called Kill the Justice League. Okay, we know that. And I hate the argument when people say, but it's called Kill the Justice League. What were you expecting? Shut up, okay? Obviously, everybody knows freaking called the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. We all can read. Okay, we're not the Dragon Ball fans. We know that it's called Suicide Squad because Justice League. It's how they are killed. People keep forgetting about the complaints of why people like are complaining about how these Justice League are getting killed. It's not the fact that they're getting killed in general. A lot of people don't mind that. They actually think it could be great to contribute storytelling. Hell, like great thing, right? It's not why or what it is, right? It's not the act or the action of them killing the Justice League. It's how they are killed. It's what is putting it in a detrimental spot. Batman is killed in such a disrespectful way. Flash is killed in such a garbage and disrespectful way. Like, what the hell, man? Green Lantern too. Superman. I don't even like. I freaking like what? How do you even die, bro? To bullets? Like, you're telling me Superman, the Man of Steel, can die to bullets? I don't give a frick if he has golden kryptonite. If the Suicide Squad had golden kryptonite on them, bro, the golden kryptonite was on their armor or like on their clothing, not the guns. How the hell does guns, regular bullets, kill Superman? Make it make sense. And sure, Flash can definitely die to bullets, and he has been hit by a bullet once before by Deadshot in a different game. Sure, that has happened. Sure, it was they nerfed him, but even so, like, yeah, of course, like, it's possible for Flash to die by bullets. That's cool. That's possible. It's just it's extremely hard and doesn't make sense in how it was displayed, because guess what? Flash is like faster than the speed of light. So even if he can die to bullets and get hit by bullets, it's basically impossible. Like, here it's possible, but it's basically impossible because Flash is the speed of light. This dude moves at Anton seconds. Do you know how fast that is? Nigga moves in Anton seconds. Anton seconds. You know how small an atom is? Like, imagine an atom in a second. It's crazy. Give me a second, guys. Apologies, I just had to check something, but yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, don't mind the crowd. As I was saying, like, he moves at Anton second. That's how, like, he moves super fast. And he dies to bullets. It's just as hard to kill the Justice League. Like, what? Like, make it make sense. The narrative is so bad. It's oh god. Now, back to Batman, because that's just the focal point of this entire reason, or one of the main reasons why. Like, they could have done I don't know, man. Like, of course, nobody knew he was gonna die and stuff like that. Obviously, Kakarot, and it was. It is what it is, but we cannot this cannot stand by at all. Like, you know what they could have done with this scene? They could have, what they could have done instead of doing some bullshit. What they could have done was at least have some sort of heart-to-heart moment between Arkham Batman and Harley Quinn, where they exchange a few dialogue together and they forgive each other, or at least disperse the burden, similar to the arc that Martin Lee and Miles Morales had in Spider-Man 2, that was actually really executed well at the end. Yes, Miles knew that he could never forgive Martin Lee. Again, spoiler alert, but for Spider-Man 2, if you guys in his watch last year and did not see, but yes, Miles knew that he could not forgive Martin Lee for what he did to his father, but he could not continue on that hate and burden he had, that burden / hate he had for Martin Lee. He squashed the beef, and they were after that they worked together. They put their differences aside and worked together. That was great execution for storytelling and character development. That something like that could have been executed and done in the final scene with Arkham Batman and Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad and the Justice League, where instead of it just coming off of just random words and he just dead and shot, what? So retarded. What they could have done was had a heart-to-heart moment between Batman and Harley Quinn, where not only did they gain character development and consolidate and solidify their character development, but they also forgive each other to some form of extent, or at least, you know, let go of their hatred they had, or at least Harley Quinn learns to let go of the hatred she has for Batman, and they learn to just forgive, or you know, they have an understanding. And through that, when Harley has to pull the trigger, she feels like something power, like she feels sad, she feels hurt because Batman owned up. He apologized. There is something that actually felt an impact, felt meaningful to not only the story itself, but to the characters. That would have been something that would have been really greatly executed and really greatly expanded upon. But what we got instead was random words that didn't even make sense on Harley Quinn in any general spot. And then Kevin Conroy Batman being like, are we done with your bad stand-up routine? And like the fuck? No, I'm Kevin Conroy bad impression, because obviously I'm not Kevin Conroy, okay? And I'm definitely not a Batman voice actor, so don't cast me to be Batman at all. But like, sucker, that's the best you could give him to voice. Like what? Come on, dog. Like I said, even if he was alive, that's still like a detrimental like halt at least, or like at most, you know, a dismantling of Cameron Conroy's Batman voice acting legacy. You know what I mean? Because now, would it be like as detrimental as how it is now, since he has unfortunately passed on? No, I don't think so. But it would still have some sort of like negative effect, because, like I said, like it's just like, why? Like, what's the point of that? Like, they could have done it so much more better. They could have like executed it way more better. Like, it was so dumb. I don't know, man. Like, the story for Suicide Squad Justice League is just actually ass, man. And I get it, and I know why people are like. And if we're gonna, I guess we could talk about the quote-unquote bulk aspect of the games. When it comes to women in video games, especially like Western games, like I'm gonna say from people's perspective, like why like guys chill out, like it's just a video game character, you know, like why y'all like they don't even look that bad. Like, okay, I understand that if the characters were video game originated. Here's the difference between just an actual video game character and a video game character that's adapted. When you are adapting a character into a video game, especially if it's a woman, right? From any media, whether it be TV shows, movies, or comic books, which, let's take, for example, Spider-Man 2. Perfect example, right? A lot of people were mad at the new Mary Jane model in Spider-Man 2, and I was with them too. Is it ugly in general? No, it's a pretty average, okay face. Sure. And like I said, I can understand people's perspective of like why, like, you know, people need to chill out because it's just like a video game character. Sure, I can understand that. However, if you're trying to adapt a character, especially a comic book character, into a game, you need to get some things accurate with the character, especially their design. And one of the main things that really like got me, like what really made me hate it or like disliked it, the new face model, was the fact that one, that was not Mary Jane Watson. Like, I don't care what people say, that was not Mary Jane Watson. Like, she, like, I'm sorry, but like general, like in terms of adaptation wise, and obviously in terms of Mary Jane standards, like that was an ugly Mary Jane. Like, she is horrendous. I'm sorry. Like, I'm talking about like from the aspect of like Mary Jane, like a Mary Jane adapted character, right? Like, it was just bad, right? Like, you don't like. How can I say this? I'm kind of, because like I'm struggling with my jumble my words. Like, of course, like I said, like you need to like adapt the character and give them accurate, and especially in like the designs and like core functions and how they look and stuff like that. And they did it pretty well. They adapted and like, you know, accurately, you know, created Mary Jane in the first game. That was one of the main reasons why I disliked the new Mary Jane model in Spider-Man 2, because for one, they kind of like were inaccurate with how Mary Jane looked, and two, I don't understand the reason why they had to change the face. She looked good. She looked fine in the first game. Like, and with the enhancements, she looked a little better. So I don't understand what the reason was to like change the face model for Mary Jane in the new Spider-Man game. Like, it was rather unnecessary. It was just like a really big waste of time for them to do. Like, I still to this day like want to understand like what went through their mind that I told them it was a good idea to change the face model. By the way, guys, this is what I was talking about earlier with the maps. Like these are just like what the heck is this, man? Like, this is just ass. But anyways, yeah, like the face model, like, you know, like there was no reason to do that. Like she looks okay and fine, so that's why I disliked it the most. Now there are a lot of people that are weird, and does obviously that does not, you know, I'm not justifying what happened with the actual, like, you know, face modeler, like, you know, it was rather unnecessary and definitely like disgusting and disrespectful for how the people treated her, because at the end of the day she's just doing her job, man. Like she's just a face modeler, bro. Like come on, man. Like I don't know what, like okay, y'all can like dislike, you know, her reasoning, but don't dislike her in general. Like holy crap, bro. Like when I saw that, like people were actually sending death threats and threatening her and stuff like that because of a face model, like holy shit. Like I know I'm like hating on it and complaining about it and stuff like that, but like at least I'm being respectful. Well, I'm trying to quote unquote be respectful, and at least I'm trying to, like, you know, give like good justifications as validation for why I feel like that way, like why I just like the face. I'm not talking about like the actual like person herself, even though it was all done for a self-insert, which was pretty stupid, but whatever. Like I don't give a fucking damn, bro. Just don't damn do it, okay? You don't need to self-insert yourself just to feel more connected to a character. I mean, frick, bro, when I look at Miles Morales and he's black and Puerto Rican, like I don't think, oh shoot, man, I should probably self-insert myself in you know, in his face, and that way I look a lot more close so I can relate. Like no, like that's so weird. Like nobody who relates to her character will want to like be like, oh yeah, let me just plaster my face on that so I can relate to them more. No one does that. Like that's so weird. Like people can relate to characters whether you want to look like them or like you don't need to look like them to relate to them at all or feel more connected to them. Like that's so stupid. Like so many people feel and are connected to Peter. Like a lot of people literally are like, yeah, we're Spider-Man, because guess what? Even though Peter Parker has his own face and is white, a lot of people from different racial colors and cultures, like they can relate to Peter Parker. They can relate to Spider-Man because he's just like them. He's literally Keanu Reeves, bro. Like the freak, like I don't know what I'm trying to say, man. Like okay, I kind of got a little bit off topic, but like, you know, like I just don't care. Like don't self-insert yourself. Like I don't care. Like it was such a dumb reason for her to like self-insert herself, but whatever. It is what it is at the end of the day. But you know, like I said though, like you see what I mean? Like I was not trying to, you know, exactly like attack her per se, or, you know, like threaten her or anything, because I'm just talking about like the action that was done, the decision that was done. I'm not justifying or condoning what the fans, what the people did, because like I said, it was disgusting. It was just immature and just like it was just disgusting and like rude and like just wrong what the people did, because like you don't have, like, you can't be that mad of a face model to go ahead and threaten the actual like actual actor or like the face modeler. Like you can't do that. Like that's not right. Like no, like don't do that ever. Like people are weird on the internet, man. Like come on, bro. Like be for real. Like mature, bro. Grow up. Like read a book. Go outside, man. Like holy crap, bro. Y'all need to go outside, bro. Like holy frick. But you know, it's whatever. I digress. But yeah, like perfect example, right? Like I didn't like the face, and it was just like, it was no reason to do that. And like I said, it was a comic it was a comic adapted video game character, not just a video game character. Like that was one of my main gripes when people were talking about how like, guys, it's just a video game character. Like it's not just a video game character, guys. Like it's a video game character adapted from an already existing media, so after comic books or TV shows and movies. And if we want to be like that, then like we could just, you know, call it, you know, Christine Dunst, you know, portrayal, or like, you know, casting as like an actor like MJ, like we could just say something like, oh, like I don't know what's wrong with that. Like I'm thinking of something like you know, if it's just a video game character, then like, you know, I guess Christine Dunst acting as like, you know, Mary Jane in like Tom Maguire or like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films is, you know, it's just a movie character. Like what? Like, huh? Like that's like saying like she like it's just a movie character. Like no, like she is like adapted character from like existing projects slash media, like make it make sense. Like you don't hear people go around and talk about that because Kristen Dunst had a realistic and was also to the core an accurate like at least for the time as well, like an accurate Mary Jane. Like people can see Kristen Dunst as an accurate, like, you know, live action Mary Jane Watson, and even to this day, it still kind of holds up. Maybe not to the extent, and obviously there's better ones, better casting, but like generally speaking, though, like yeah, like it can work. Simple as that, like you know. But at the end of the day, I don't know, man. Like that's just my take on this. Now, why did I bring this up or this example up in the first place? Well, back on the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, a lot of people were complaining about how Wonder Woman looked, and again, we had a lot of people saying, guys, it's just a video game character, chill out. Again, that would hold merit, and it does hold merit technically to some extent, but I would hold much more merit if it was just a video game character. This is not an originated character. This is a video game character adapted from an existing media. You had to get it right. And Wonder Woman has never been portrayed like now, does Wonder Woman look as bad as Mary Jane? No, I mean, to be honest, I feel like people were overreacting a little bit, and she looks fine to me. Like, she ain't that bad. Right? Like, she looks fine to me, but I mean, could they done it? Can they done her up a little better? Sure, definitely. But like, I don't know, man. It was just pretty dumb. Like, how the hell, like, you know, freaking, but like I said though, like I can understand people's criticism on like why they might have been upset with how Wonder Woman looks, because again, this is an adapted video game character. Like, you gotta get the character right. You know what I mean? You gotta make them look, you know, hot or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that's just a fact. Like I don't know what to tell you. And this don't even go for women too. It goes for men. Like, for any character that's adapted from any existing projects like media, like they gotta look good looking, or like maybe, I mean, I wouldn't say good looking. They have to look accurate to the counterpart. Overall, at least the overall. Because I'll tell you what, at least to some merit slash extent, maybe Wonder Woman and Suicide Squad just was, you know, overall adapted from the original source material slash the comics, but like not really. Mary Jane, on the other hand, Spider-Man 2, hell no. Like, the only thing they really got was the hair, and even then, she looked like orange. Her hair kind of looks a lighter orange, or like dark orange and red, but, you know, whatever, I digress. But yeah, like, you know, that's just my take and mirror on how I perceived it, but, you know, it is just me, and, you know, everybody's subjected to their own opinion and how they think and stuff like that, so, you know, it's whatever, but, you know. Even more, but like, yeah, as I was saying, getting more into the woke aspect of things. I don't know, like, I guess there are some like woke things in the game, or like, you know, details, I guess you could say. For example, like, you know, the bio between Wonder Woman and Green Lantern, like they praise Wonder Woman as like the high mighties, you know, oh, independent, all that jump, blah 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 blah, yada yada yada. When literally her whole entire like matriarchal society is based on fucking raping men, technically, like, yeah, basically raping men by like seducing them and raping them, just so like they can like toss them overboard, and if they can die in the sea, literally that's what they do. And if, you know, the baby doesn't come out as a man, as a woman or like a female, then they would like freaking send the male to like that I forgot who the character was, but like, yeah, you have to like just kill him or something. Like how the hell is she high and mighty? Like, sure, Wonder Woman as herself may be high and mighty because she's better than her, you know, her entire society and the mascara, and, you know, she has her own identity and stuff like that. Obviously, she has her own place in the world, especially alongside with the Justice League. Her on her own, I can understand, but to say that, like, especially her, to include her society being such that it's like such inaccuracy and like so bad, and it's like, I guess to some extent it does support some woke details, I guess you could say. Now, of course, the term woke in like media and video games has kind of been loosely turned, since it's not really supposed to be what it is, but for the sole purpose of, like, you know, trying to understand the context of where I'm coming from, I'm gonna just use that. Another thing that can be considered woke is the fact that, like, the only person in Justice League that actually even got like somewhat of a good like send off such death was Wonder Woman, who was the only woman on the team who only got a good send off, while the other Justice League members who were men just died disrespectfully and like just died. Like that's probably another thing I guess you could say that was like a woke detail. I'm not saying the game is woke or anything, no, but like I'm just saying it's ass. But like I can understand from like I guess to some sort of perspective of what they mean on the woke aspect. Of course, I'm using the term woke in the sense of how they use it within the context. Obviously, woke doesn't mean like that, and obviously it's been loosely termed. But I'm trying to like set like the context of what I'm trying to talk about within how people standardize woke within media. So yeah, but as I was saying, like that was like one woke detail with her being the only one that actually like had like a good like death send off. And then there was another one, but I forgot. But I think that was one of the two ones. That was literally it. Anyways, oh yeah, let's also remember. I also forgot. Harley Quinn sexually assaulted Deadshot, and no one paid attention to it. At least, like the activists. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people probably paid attention. It was like, what the hell, man? Like, why IGN and all these people not talking about this? Because guess what? It don't matter if it's sexism on men or not, bro. If there's sexism on women, that's when it's a problem. What? Like, what? Like, there's literally a scene where Harley Quinn literally sexually assaults a freaking Deathshot, bro. Deathshot tells her not to do it and to leave him alone. And Harley Quinn just does it. So weirdly, too. Like, get this girl a doctor or something, bro. Send her to a mental asylum. She needs to go back to Arkham Asylum, bro. Like, bro, we need to go back to 2009, my guy, because holy crap baskets, dude. Who the fuck let the dogs out, bro? Like, who low-key let the dogs out, bro? But, anyways, that's besides the point.
My energy's overflowing.
Pause, Goku. I think I'm just gonna like stop talking about Suicide Squad because from just that point of view in general. I think I pretty much talked about what I needed to talk about with that game. Like I said, it was trash as like in terms of narrative story. Like I said, like I haven't played the game myself, and from what I can see, the gameplay looks fun, especially since I enjoyed the style of gameplay that Marvel's Avengers had. Obviously, I'll play it, but I think the only thing that's probably holding me back from not playing the game is obviously the story. And the fact that the game is live service, like what, like why? Why is the game live service? That's what I want to know. Like, if you want to have like a mode, like a separate activity where the game could be live service, then that's fine. That's cool. But to have it be strictly live service and the only you can play through the game, story, is through the live service, that's such a bad way to play the game. It's such a bad way to market it. It's just bad. Like, it's really bad. Like, I don't because like even on uploading launch, like, people run through so many bug crashes, lags, errors, messages, and etc. and stuff like that. Like, oh my gracious, it was bad. Like, I don't understand the point of them having like live service be the only way you can play the game. I guess it's so retarded, but whatever. Who cares at this point? It's whatever. But yeah, I think I covered all I wanted to really say about Suicide Squad Kill Justice League. That's all I really wanted to cover. I will cover Marvel Spider-Man 2 and more in depth with terms of the gameplay and depth of the story and some of the other stuff and aspects. So you know what? There's that. But even so though, like, crap, man, what the frick is this game become? That's why I'm so glad for Eastern games, bro. Like, I've been playing a couple of Eastern games, bro, and one of the recent games I just got done playing was Lost Judgment. Man, that game was just fun. Like, it reminded me why I play video games so much, bro. It wasn't for these bullshits, bro. It was for just the great story, great development, great plot, great character writing, and like setting that enticed you within the game. And of course, great gameplay. Like the combat system in Jedi Lost Ones was way more better than the first game. You felt much more like the Titan in the second game than you did in the first. And I would have really loved the game to be finally finalized and truly like reach its peak in the third game. Unfortunately, that may never happen due to like lawsuits and like a fallout with some of the people who didn't even want like a PC port with Lost Judgment. it may never happen, unfortunately. Hopefully a miracle happens where they manage to get some resolution and they can at least, you know, sign up for like one last Judgment game. Low key, bro, I'm pretty sure a lot of people who are Judgment fans will love one more Sega's Judgment game, and it would just be like basically like finalizing everyone's characters. I want there to be like something new this time. Like I don't want there to be any more deaths. Like okay, like deaths, but like I don't want it to be like, you know, somewhat of like a major character dies and it affects someone that much, because I feel like while they can still pull off and make like a great like enticing story off there, like, you know, a great inciting incident to the plot of the rising action to the climax. Obviously, like I feel like by doing that again for the third time might be kind of redundant, because it's like it still follows like a certain trope slash premise of like the first two games. Like someone dies, affects the main character heavily, but they somehow learn to grow upon it, and it just, you know, it reaches them a new motivation, new goal, new height. You know what I mean? It's like great story. Like it's a great way to tell a story, and great way to like, you know, further like entice the players into the story, into the world of the game. But I feel like they could do something more and something new and something fresh that won't take away that charm, that light, you know, that like inciting incident, or like the concept of the inciting incident per se. Like no one major has to die, or no one even has to die in general, unless it's like a murder case, and obviously some people can die and stuff like that. But like there doesn't have to be anyone relevant that has to die. They can still do something. But you know, that's if they ever do make a final Judgment game. Hopefully they will, at least one more, and then I'll be satisfied. But you know, it is what it is, right? But yeah, I mean, shoot, how long have we been streaming? An hour. That's not bad. An hour is not bad.
Ooh, someone's there.
Oh. I mean, yeah, I've just been chilling. You know, I'm gonna manage to talk about a lot of stuff. Like I said, guys, I'm ready for DLC 6 to drop on Wednesday. Like I said, I'm gonna be live streaming it, obviously, and I just cannot wait for it to drop. And man, we're gonna go into it like, I just cannot wait. It's like I cannot freaking wait. Oh boy. But yeah, I don't think I can do anything else here, to be honest with you guys. I mean, I feel like I've done all I can. I've live streamed when I wanted to live stream. Like I said, we can definitely chill on the stream and junk, but I mean, shoot, what would we even do chilling? Why is it? I don't have like any other people to talk to like that besides Goten, but you know, that's self-explanatory what happened. So, no offense, Goten. If you're watching this, which you probably are, like, no offense, like I ain't trying to disrespect you or anything. It's just, you know, you just gotta focus on the stream when you're live streaming. You know what I mean? But you know, overall though, like, I mean, hey, it's been a pretty interesting stream. I know no one really joined, and that's okay. I mean, y'all still be watching the aftermath, so that's enough for me. But yeah, I think that's all I can really say for this game and what I had to say. So yeah, sure, we did kind of drift out to like different topics, like Suicide Squad and like Spider-Man and a lot of things that. But I just say, like, you know, we might even touch upon like topics that are not even Dragon Ball related. So there you go. But yeah, I'm excited for the next DLC to come out. Sparking Zero is looking better than ever, and it's still going, and it's still, you know, they're still developing the game, so I cannot wait. I'm excited for it. Fighters is done, so yeah, that's gonna die sooner or later. So Fighters is done. Xenoverse 2, where the hell is that new DLC? I'm waiting for that. RP is not canceled, guys. The Xenoverse 2 RP is still not canceled, guys. We're just running into technical difficulties. It's gonna take a lot more longer hiatus, but I'm not making no more trailers. Like, we're going, like, when I said that was the final trailer, guys, I mean that was the final trailer. All right, we're going to get through this, okay? Because I plan to have season 2 and season 3 be done within this year, and we got lots of time for that to happen. So I'm hoping that can be done. But at the end of the day, guys, hopefully, you know, we all chill. Hope we all have a great time, stuff like that. And yeah, so until the next upload or until Wednesday of February 21st, 2024, when I will live stream the game, hopefully y'all have a good time. And thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for tuning in the stream. Always watching the aftermath. Hope you have a great day. God bless y'all. And feel good, yeah, man. I'll see y'all on Wednesday or in the next video upload. Peace out, man. Okay, I'm gonna save my game. Oh, shoot. This is not what it looks like, guys. Trust me. Bye.